Hello guys, you are welcome back to today's cryptocurrency video. Today we are going to be looking at Bitcoin, the weekly open, right? We always have this series on Mondays where we talk about what the weekly open is and what that means for Bitcoin. Bitcoin opened the week with a push to the downside to the $58,000 level, currently ranked at number one, still a market cap of about $1.1. We are going to be looking at the weekly open and what we should expect right here for Bitcoin. So we opened the week with a 2.3% push to the downside. And without further ado, let us push to the chart, right? So we are right here on the weekly Bitcoin versus the USD Theta on the weekly time frame. As you can see, the weekly opened bearish, right? A bit bearish. But I'll show you one of the things we are seeing. As you must have seen a lot of channels, our next major support is still that $53,000 level. Bitcoin continues to form this sort of, let's say, bull flag, and the way bull flags forms is that we see a massive push to the upside. We consolidate in this sort of tunnel pattern, and then we see this break to the upside, right? So we are seeing Bitcoin basically doing exactly that. We are expecting this breakout to the upside. Basically, if you just look at the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame looks very bullish, as you can see right here. The monthly candle basically is forming a bullish doji, right? Bullish dojis are one of the most bullish candles right there for Bitcoin. So on the monthly, this is looking very bullish right here for Bitcoin. But as you can see right here on the weekly, we are still in this sort of channel right here for Bitcoin, basically in this channel right here, with our major support right there at the $53,000 level, right? Basically, if we just push right over to this chart, this is the Bitcoin chart right here on the weekly. We have our EMAs right in this chart, and one of the things we can see right here was that the moment we saw our trending EMAs flipped green, Bitcoin was basically very bullish, and we saw this sort of massive push to the upside. One of the things I am really concerned about, if you just look at it right here, is that the trending EMA is turning bearish, right? Even though majorly we have not crossed below the 50 EMA right here on the weekly, as you can see right here, we saw that happened in September of last year. Where we saw prices just had this fake out, retested the 200 EMA and saw this sort of massive push to the upside. Now we are seeing that close to that same sort of scenario happening, where we are seeing the trending EMA flipped bearish, and we even though we are holding the 50 EMA right here on the weekly, which is very good, but we want to make sure that prices do not close the week below this $56,000 level, right? If we hold the week above this sort of $58,000 level, that could be bullish, and then we could see a continuation right here to the upside for Bitcoin. But if for any reason we go below this 50 EMA, which is right here at the $53,000 level, that could be disastrous for Bitcoin, and we could see Bitcoin have that gargantuous fall towards that $40,000 level, which is where our 200 EMA is, right? So that is something we should take note of, that on the weekly we are seeing the trending EMAs flipped bearish. Another thing we should be very careful about is basically our momentum chart. Let me just get up our momentum chart. As you can see right here, the moment we saw the momentum flip bullish right here on the channel, we continue to say that we were very bullish even though prices were pushing to the downside. As you can see, the momentum chart flip bullish right here at the August of 2022. Since then, the momentum chart has been bullish ever since. We continue to see prices push to the upside. The last time we saw some little bearish divergence was right here in August stroke September of last year, but as you can see, we flipped bullish in October, and so we probably are expecting the same thing to happen. That's why I began to tell you profit taking season in April of this year, where we saw the momentum chart showing some sort of bearish signs, and I say with a very high likelihood we could see some corrective structures. We have seen that happen. right here. So it would be very good if we print the same thing like last year 2023, where we just saw some little bearish divergence, held the 200 EMA, and we saw prices push to the upside, right? So that would be very good if we see the same thing happen right here. Basically just see prices then return right back to the upside. So that would be very good for the price action, seeing prices seeing this last push, and then by October we see another massive push to the upside on the momentum chart. So that is it for the momentum chart. We continue to see that the sellers continue to sell, but we want to see the buyers coming in October. Also, if we just flip over to the 3 days time frame, as you can see, the 3 days time frame, see us are still continuing this sort of consolidation right here, even though we are getting rejected right here on the 3 days time frame on the 50 EMA on the 3 days time frame. That is not good. If we just flip over to the daily, which gives us a lot more information than the weekly, the daily is basically we are in this consolidation zone from the 73 down to the lower end of the zone at around that $56,000 level, making it show that we could just continue this consolidation and probably see the next break right there to the upside of about $72,000 level, right? So on the daily, this is looking even quite more bullish than bearish, because we are still holding the 50 or the 200 EMA right here on the daily, showing that we could still see one more push right here to the upside for price right here on the daily. So the daily shows more bullish structure, confirming what the weekly is showing. We are seeing massive bullish divergences here, so this could just be a trap to trap a lot of people, and then we could see prices reverse to the upside. So we continue to remain optimistic, expecting that we could still see that higher low if we just basically push to the 4-hourly time frame. The 4-hourly time frame showing, as you can see, we are continue to hold structure right here on the Bitcoin price, as you can see right here. Basically still forming higher highs and higher lows, right? So this looks even much more bullish for Bitcoin, as we could still expect prices to see that 70k level, right? So, as regards the news this week, we are expecting some major news to happen, which could actually affect the markets and probably take us right here to that upside, which we are expecting right here for the market. One of the things we can see right here is on Tuesday, we have Canadian CPI. That's tomorrow. We have the CPI in Canada. We also have core retail sales in the US. And if we see those numbers coming better than expected, we could see a massive rally right here in the price for Bitcoin right here to the upside, right? Also on Wednesday, that is the major decision which we should expect. On Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting in the United States, and we can see that the market is pricing that the Fed there in the United States by cut rates between the 50 basis points to 25 basis points, even though the market has been expecting 25 basis points. But currently we are seeing that we could hike rates even higher towards the 50 basis points, right? So that could be the massive news that the market is waiting for on Wednesday, the FOMC statement. We also have unemployment claims on Thursday, so this could all affect the market, and we could just see that massive jump to the upside on the Bitcoin price, right? So that is the update right here on Bitcoin. If you like the channel, please do not forget to click on the like button, click on subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed week ahead.